Hi guys, it's me. I had someone request how to do a tutorial on how to begin scrapbooking, like make a scrapbook. My first scrapbook, I can't show it to you because my sister actually, I've got it on YouTube. I think I've got it on my channel. If not, then I'll have to get it off of Facebook and put it on here. But it's a video of my very first scrapbook that I made. It was for my sister in her wedding. And the second one I made was for my best friend, so she has that one. And I'm still working on the third one that I've started, and it's for my mom. And I'm still working on that one. But this is right here is number 4. As far as full-size album goes. As far as mini albums go, I lost count. I've done over several dozen. But deja vu. That was weird. Okay. Anyway, let's see. When I did my first scrapbook, what I did was I first went and bought the album, and what you can do instead of paying full price for these things, like this one right here was $20, and I bought it at Archivers. Or wait, no, I didn't. I bought this one at Michael's. The other one I bought at Archivers, but still, it was like $20. There's some really nice ones out there. Go if you have like a Michael's or a Hobby Lobby near you, or an AC Moore. Type in the name of the store and then coupons, and you'll find sites where you can print off like 40% off or 50% off if you're lucky coupons for any item in the store, and they always have exceptions for like Cricut and stuff like that, but albums are hardly ever excused, and a lot of the time Hobby Lobby will have these on sale randomly anyway, for 40% off. So you can print those coupons off, and if you go in and if you go to their website, then they usually have a 40% off coupon every week. Sometimes they'll jib you and do like a 40% off this certain brand of stuff, and that really pisses me off when they do that, because then I won't go. They lose customers when they do that. So anyway, buy a scrapbook that will get you inspired to get started. And of course, you don't have to do this first. You can go ahead and do your pages, but I like to have some place to put these into when I actually have the pages done, because right now I have a bunch of pages that don't have an album to go into, and it's driving me nuts. They'll get damaged, and you just don't want that. So second of all, what I did to start was I got page kits, and over on Black Friday I got 3 of these page kits from Hobby Lobby. They had them for $2.99. I got a Christmas one, and it was normally $9. And let's see, that one. And then I got this one. It's an all occasion scrap kit from K & Company. This one was $10, and I got it for $3. And it comes with, it comes with paper, and it comes with some chipboard letters and some letters that you can use like as a title or some journaling. And then it also has these flower stickers, and then it has, I think I mentioned it, your paper. And then if you look over on the back of these things, sometimes they'll give you certain page ideas, layouts. And if you need layout ideas, all you have to do is type in Google scrapbook layout at sketch or scrapbook layouts, and you can find tons and tons of sketches and layouts that are already done. Go to scrapbook.com and look at layouts, and you can find, and people are really, as long as you don't take credit for the design, people are really, they don't mind if you lift. It's called lifting, when you use someone else's design. If you lift it, you take their design and make it, and use and put your own spin on it and whatever. And if it's a sketch, then obviously then it was meant to be taken. That one doesn't have all the elements on there. It's just a sketch of what it's supposed to look like. And this one right here, this one came with the paper, and then it came with these stickers, which I used a bunch of these last year, the same kit, for gift card holders. And then it's got some stickers in it, and again, it's got a layout idea, and it also comes with letters. And see, it's got 10 designer designed papers. I'm getting distracted by the TV in the background. I need to turn it off. But anyway, and then I got this one. It's the Melody Ross from GCD Studios, and this one has 3 designer papers, and then 3 specialty papers, and 2 sheets of glitter sticker letters, 1 sheet of glitter stickers, one sheet of die cut borders, and one sheet of epoxy stickers. And as you can see, this paper is really cool. I don't know what I'm going to do with this, but this one doesn't have any page, any layout ideas on it, but this is just a really cool. I didn't really need it by now because I just, when I do layouts, this one was also $10 and I got it for $3. But when I do layouts, I always find a sketch or something to go off first, almost always. Like, except for a lot of these in this album, I was just beginning and I just kind of started doing whatever sounded good or whatever looked good. And if I can get this light out of the way, you can see the photos there. And I did some stitching on it, and basic supplies that you'll need are paper, and you can decide on what size album to do. I think it's easiest to start off with 12 by 12 because it is the most standard size. And there's also 8 by 8, and some people do 6 by 6. That's a mini album, but I think mini albums are a little harder to do than full-size scrapbooks, so I would start off with a regular scrapbook. And then we've got, you need adhesive, and a lot of people use adhesive that you buy in the scrapbook section of the store. I don't like to do that necessarily because it's more expensive. When I'm pasting down photos, then yes, I would use like a tape runner, and a tape runner is like the advanced, the ATG gun, which is the advanced tape glider. But you don't have to go that far as expense goes. You can get, let me dig it out here. This is like one of the cheapest ones that you can buy, but it's good quality. It's from AdTech. You buy this, and then it also has refills in packs of 2, and it's the cheapest one of all. And you can find this in the regular adhesive section of the craft store, not in the scrapbook section. They won't always have these in the scrapbook section. Hobby Lobby, yes. Michael's, it's in a different section, so you might have to look around for it. But it's a permanent glue runner, and you just run it across like this. It works like one of those wide out runners, if you've ever seen those. And they've come in all different kinds of designs and sizes. And the reason I recommend a tape runner for your photos is because it's really easy when using a liquid adhesive to get some adhesive on top of the picture. Like it gets in your finger, and then you push the photo down, and it actually gets on there. And once the adhesive is on, you can't rub it off. So a lot of these have all been adhered with regular glue because I hadn't discovered tape runners yet. But I certainly didn't have my ATG gun. But I like to use the Aleene's quick dry tacky glue or fast grab tacky glue, whatever they have at the store. Sometimes they have both. Sometimes they only have one or the other. But I like using this. If you don't do a really thick layer, if you just do a very thin layer on like the back of paper, even if you're using really thin paper, it won't bubble up and show through. And you get a lot of glue. The bottle was like $2.27. If I have the huge bottle of it, then I buy that because I go through it so fast. But it'll keep down elements like rhinestones, and it'll keep down any element at all that you have, and it will keep it down. And it's really strong bond as long as you let it dry long enough. And you can start working with the page. You don't have to wait for it to dry completely. But once it does dry, it's stuck on there. It's hard to get off. So it's very permanent. And actually, and a lot of times when it comes to using a lot of scrapbook elements, I'd say it's stronger than hot glue. Hot glue, I feel like, can peel off easier. And the next thing that you're going to need, besides scissors, obviously, is probably a paper trimmer. This is the easiest way to do it, because otherwise you're going to end up having to measure with a ruler and an X-Acto knife and making lines and crap trying to get your exact paper size. You do not have to go out and buy a $50 paper trimmer like this one, which you could use a 40% off coupon on. I highly recommend this one for making memories. I've used it a lot. It has a self-sharpening blade, but you can buy ones from Cricut for $10, and you have to buy replacement blades for those. And pretty much every other trimmer out there you have to buy replacement blades for. But even just a cheap one that you can buy replacements for is a great way to get started. Make sure, if you don't want to spend a lot to get started, and make sure you like scrapbooking before you really invest in anything, then yeah, go with the cheaper one. But this is something that, paper trimmer is definitely something that you need to have so that you can measure, you can cut paper to the precise measurements and get straight cuts, even if you're not going for a specific size. It gets you straight cuts. Next, anything going to the scrapbook store, look at like the stickers. They have chipboard letters. I would like chipboard letters or chipboard stickers or letter stickers for titles. These right here I actually got from Walmart and they weren't self-adhesive, had to glue them down myself. But Alex, that's my dog, it passed last summer, and those are pictures of her, me and her, and let me see, you can go through here. Buttons are a big thing. Rhinestones, like these are some of the chipboard letters that I was talking about, like Katie and Jess. It's my best friend Jessica. And I've got all kinds of letters here. This one's like a regular sticker. This one was a part of a punch out thing. And ribbon. Ribbon is another thing people love to use. I'll show you how you can use ribbon. Let me find a good one in here. Like here, I've doubled up on the ribbon there, and I put some buttons in there, and I've used ribbon all the way down here, and over here, and right there, and I've used ribbon on this page, here and here. And this is a big family photo, and I found these really funny speech and thought bubbles that I put on there. So, and I think I've covered pretty much everything I've gone through. Obviously you need photo paper so that you can print out your photos. And so yeah, and one thing that as people like to do is journal. I'm not a really big into journaling, but in a lot of layouts you'll find spots like where it's designed to have journaling, and that's just where you really tell a story or a caption about the photo. Like this one right here, I just did song lyrics from a song, one of my favorite songs. This one right here, I did kind of double journaling. This one is a caption telling me that, I was reminding that anyone that sees this that it was June 19th of 2007, and I walked around Macy's for 3 hours to find that dress, and it cost $200. So it's just kind of a caption to remember. And then this is another, because these are song lyrics as well from a band called The Cab. These are song lyrics by Mika. These are song lyrics by Panic at the Disco. Song lyrics by Simple Plan. And this one right here I actually did myself, and actually wrote out. It was a cold Saturday morning in the middle of winter, and I was up early, surprisingly. Mishawaka was covered in 2 feet of powdery snow. I donned my coat, my gloves, my hat, and ventured outside to photograph the winter wonderland in my front yard. So these are just kind of, describing what the pictures are. And over here I just put that I tried to take some self-portraits, but I ended up showing how dirty my bedroom mirror is. At least my mom thinks my reading glasses are cute. And so people always usually put a title of the page. This one's just me. This one is Snow Fun. Kind of a twist on no fun, but it was fun, so I don't really know how that works. But you know what I mean. Or actually, it's a twist on so fun. There we go. My gosh. I haven't thought this video out, as you guys probably know I don't like to do. But one thing I do with, what I did with a lot of these is I didn't print directly on the page. I take transparencies that I bought from United Art and Education, and they're just overhead projector transparencies. I buy those and I print them out and I just just print them out like you normally would on a piece of paper, but print it in reverse. And then when you take it out, be very careful not to touch the ink, because the ink will smear off. And then all you have to do is then I put it over directly where I want it on the paper, and then I tape it down here, and then I rub really hard using, I would use just like the end of a pen. Now I use a thing called an impressor, which is specifically made for like embossing and stuff, but anything with a blunt end that you could use. You could even use your fingernail, but it would get really, hurt your finger after a while. But then you just rub and rub and rub, and then when you peel it off, the ink has all transferred. And that's what I've done here. I did that there, I did it here, and I don't do it so much anymore because of the stupid printer situation, and this one right here I actually just printed off on regular notebook paper, and It's actually, it looks like it's bubbling, but it's actually not bubbling from glue. I only glued the edges down, so I don't know why that looks like it's bubbling. But you can go with different fonts in your journaling. That makes it really fun too. And I know this tutorial is really long, but there's lots of different things that you can do with scrapbooking. I mean, the possibilities are literally endless. You can't go wrong. If something doesn't work out, then just restart it. And a lot of times with stuff, you can just peel off the elements and start over again. Even if you use the really permanent glue, you can still, it'll ruin the paper that it's, stuck onto, but the back of it itself will still be okay, and you can still glue it down to another paper, another page. So I think I have pretty much covered everything. These are a lot of, again, this is more of the transparency journaling that I've done. This right here, a lot of people handwrite their journaling, which is so much easier, and it adds a really, really personal touch to it. So this is just me describing the photos up there. And so that one right there, I didn't do any journaling on. It speaks for itself, the photo does. This one I just printed out on paper and then adhered it down, so that's another option for journaling. And rubber stamps and acrylic stamps are another thing that you can do, that you can use. I have all my rubber stamps up there. Doesn't look like much, but there's a lot more. They're all hidden behind each other. And acrylic stamps, you need an acrylic stamping block, which is over at the stamping supplies. And so then you can use those. I didn't do a lot of stamping in these. I do a lot of stamping on cards and mini albums more than anything. But you can still find uses for them in big scrapbooks. So that is what I wanted to share with you guys today. I got a request for a tutorial on how to start scrapbooking. Just make a regular scrapbook, and that is it. The basics are buy an album, get some paper that you like. You can use like a paper pack, like a stack of paper. Take advantage of coupons. Buying big ticket items like pads of paper are normally $20. Use a coupon, 40% off. And you can go back multiple times in the same day and they won't say anything to you about it. And you can use any type of embellishment. There are thousands of embellishments that you can choose from, and get inspiration and ideas from places online. And so those are the basics. Page kits are another big thing that I recommend, because they have ideas on exactly how to use the stuff that is in the kit. This one right here didn't have any examples, but this one did. So yes, that is the tutorial. I hope it was helpful for someone that is trying to get started. Just let me know if you guys have any questions at all, and I'll be more than happy to help you answer them. Bye guys.